Apache is such a good villain. You know, I love to hate her because she's uncompromisingly savage and ruthless. You know, go back and look for the first 4 chapters review that we did talking about Dr. Lee's famous castration scene from Rambo Year 1. It's the opening scene is a brutal castration scene. And another thing about this book is when the action happens, it happens. You're stuck in it. Like, you're going to go through the torture, the anxiety, you know, everything that was going on, the shell shock as it's happening, which is something that's really cool. Yeah. So, we'll be getting into that when, when Rambo Mania covers the spoiler-filled version of this review. A continuation, if you will, featuring the author himself, Wallace Lee. You know, there's just some great stuff in here. The napalm, having to imagine that, like, flaming liquid petroleum jelly, just like, it's scary once your mind gets in there, you know, of where things are going on. You know, like they talk about the waterboarding, the PTSD, you know, the Great Wall in all its glory in Washington, and the Great Wall, and there's some awesome to contemplate kamikaze style human wave attack. You know, differences between the real SOG and the Baker team. It's really deep. It's really well thought out. And it's like 1954 to 1967, 3 years of opinion by Colonel Samuel Troutman. Uncle Sam is a really clever short line piece, like a short story-like piece. It's a wonderful bonus addition to the set. Like, even though it looks like a book, don't be misled, you know, for there is a lot inside, you know, hours upon hours. It's pretty stacked. And through this whole ordeal, I love imagining, you know, all the Troutman parts as Richard Crenna performances. You know, that's definitely, I think, one of the best parts about this, because the world lost such a great actor, and such a kind man. You know, like, a man's man. We'll never see anything that good again. I'm a firm believer of that, especially if Hollywood keeps going the way it is. So it was really nice to imagine those Crenna performances in my head. I love that. It was very, very fresh and very thought out. And let's not forget about the Volume 2 preview as well. The prequel. I don't want to spoil anything till the spoiler review. You know, I want to give the book a fair shot. And, you know, so, you know, maybe I want to save that for the spoiler review. But I will say this. It is amped the fuck up. It's Boleto. Like, it's, you open with Danforth just going fucking crazy. That's all I'm going to say. So now, what do we say about the, you know, long-awaited prequel, you know, presentation here, without spoiling it? It's really one of those, you got to experience it on your own type of things. It's really one of those, you have to live it as it's coming at you. It's historical, you know, fact on fiction, based on real happenings, you know, based on real happenings that the world and time has seemed to have forgot, or maybe have forgotten. You know, this is an event drop. It's an ensemble piece. It's like, I don't want to compare it to Avengers, because it's not an Avengers thing. Someone asked me about it. I can't remember who asked me. They're like, "Is it the Avengers of Rambo?" And it's not that kind of, or it's kind of, I don't know. It's kind of like the assembly, and everybody has their own light. Everybody is just as tall. It's like having a bunch of Rambos, but everyone has their own personality. It's really, really, really cool. So it is kind of like an event drop. It's an ensemble piece. It's an event. It's an event book. A Rambo for all seasons. Where all parties share equal and quality read time. Great development, great character development. It's got, it's going to be cool to see it unfold. The characters as they go on. A whole team of, Rambos, like I said before. Imagine what that can do. And we know a few, about a few of them from the movies. So you're really invested with them until getting to the movies aspect of it. It's always one step ahead. It's insane action sequences that are plausible and that make sense. A behind the curtain look and fusion of true past events mixed with with the Rambo mythos, and it always studies the next move. Pretty much, it does what it says it's going to do. It's really smart and will teach you some things. I love the note card at the end with all the code names of all the members, etc. It really makes it personal. It's hard to explain. You really gotta read it yourself. It's dressed up so beautifully. An original take on an epic franchise. There's a deeper level and layer to the buddy genre as well. Here festering and ready to kind of get loose on the audience that I really appreciate and can't wait to see evolve. Like I said, through the next series of books to come, or through the next four books to come. So it really pays homage to the flip of the coin, and Rambo's really great too in there, and enthusiasm here is superhuman. I mean, superhuman. In my opinion, that's the best way to go for any creator as a labor of love. For the true hardcore fans, and it successfully implodes to explode a fresh, new, infinite paradox that I can't wait to witness mature in terms of aging. Wow. I can't wait to see how this folds out in Wallace's conclusion. And it's A1+1, gold. Solid gold. It was really cool that David Morrell gave his blessing on this, and just phenomenal and heartfelt as well. He loves his fans. He really does it, and it shows here. To let a fan pay homage for the other fans. To get everybody to work together, like our good friend Brent Whiteside, the card pushing Rambo, who met David Morrell in person just recently. He was even bringing up that point that Morrell has really brought together wonderful friendships, especially and beyond, social media. And it's true, I owe a lot of my best friendships from, his 70s, spark, that enthusiasm that gave us First Blood. It's wonderful to see how a book can change the world. And, so this is right up there. This is right up there in the spirit of its core. So finally, the finale, La Pièce de Résistance. A heartfelt and warming shout out section. Sorry, I just gotta get some water. Yeah, sorry. A heartfelt and warming short, shout out section in this book too, which is really concludes the book, and the feelings of 100% mutual, Wallace. Brother, that really brought a tear to my eye. I appreciate it so much more than I could ever say. Such a great final word Wallace has in this book. So yeah, and Wallace, I just want I want to thank you for believing and keeping that fighting spirit alive. In a world where not enough people write like this, thank you for going the distance, and I'm so proud of you. I'm really more than privileged to say I have you as a friend. Our long chats, one-on-ones and stuff, and inspiring me infinitely. I always enjoy hearing from you and writing to you about all the stuff that's going on for both of us, and I couldn't ask for a better friend and a shoulder to cry on at times, and thank you for helping me out along the way. And once again, merci for letting me read this through the development process. And I want to give a shout out and a special thank you to Cornell, my friend Michael Cornell as well, for making this review possible today. And happy birthday. Coming up on the 29th, you more than deserve it. So, till next time, this is Matt, aka Coon, signing off. Thank you for your time as always. Check out Wallace Lee's Rambo Year 1 on YouTube, Facebook, and the tags provided here. You can contact Wallace at all of these locations directly, and he's always quick to answer.